Did you know the world's oldest temple is over twice as old as the pyramids? Like, way older. We're talking about a time so ancient, it's honestly hard to even wrap your head around it. This place is called Göbekli Tepe, and today, we're diving into the 10 most mind-blowing facts about this incredible site. I'm Zan, and I'm about to take you on a journey back in time to a world before cities, before writing, even before the wheel. What we're going to uncover will change how you think about history. Stick around to the very end. The last fact is unbelievable. Let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the age. Göbekli Tepe is over 11,000 years old, making it the oldest known temple on Earth. To put that in perspective, this place was built around 9600 BC. That's more than 6,000 years before Stonehenge was erected. Over 7,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza was even a blueprint. Think about that for a second. The gap between Göbekli Tepe and the pyramids is longer than the gap between the pyramids and us today. It's an almost unimaginable stretch of time. This completely shatters our old understanding of the past. For decades, we were taught that complex construction and organized religion came after farming. But Göbekli Tepe turns that entire idea on its head. The people who built this were hunter-gatherers. No domesticated animals, no planted crops, yet they gathered to build a monument. Amazingly, this temple was built before the wheel was even invented. Imagine moving those massive stones without any modern tools. These pillars are huge, T-shaped monoliths of limestone, some over 18 feet tall and weighing up to 50 tons, about the weight of 7 adult elephants. They quarried the limestone nearby and carved intricate details, then transported the stones hundreds of meters to the site. So how did they do it? Archaeologists think it took hundreds working together, using ropes, wooden sledges, and sheer manpower. Coordinated, dangerous work, without cranes, without wheels, without pack animals. Unlike other ancient sites, there's no sign people lived here. No houses, no graves, just the temple. At places like Çatalhöyük, we see houses, hearths, and burials. But after decades at Göbekli Tepe, none of that appears. No domestic buildings, no household middens, and almost no evidence of permanent residency. That's why archaeologists are certain this was a purely religious site, a destination, a sacred pilgrimage site where people gathered for ritual and feasting before returning to their nomadic bands. Here's a twist. The entire site was deliberately buried around 8000 BC. Why? That's still a mystery. After being used for over 1,000 years, they decided to bury it completely. This wasn't slow abandonment by sand, it was a massive intentional backfilling project. Millions of cubic feet of earth, debris, and animal bones used to cover every enclosure and pillar. It took centuries to build and enormous energy to entomb. One theory, they decommissioned the temple as beliefs changed. Another, they protected it from a new culture, preserving it for a future generation. Or maybe they sealed a place of immense spiritual power. Whatever the reason, the burial preserved it perfectly for 10,000 years. Göbekli Tepe forced historians to rethink everything about early civilization. It suggests people built temples before they even started farming. The old model was simple. First came agriculture, which led to surplus, sedentary villages, then cities, then organized religion and monumental architecture. But Göbekli Tepe flips that script completely. Among archaeologists, the mantra became, first came the temple, then the city. Feeding large gatherings likely pushed innovation, nudging foragers to cultivate wild grains like einkorn near the temple. Meaning and community drove the change, an impulse that helped reshape the world. And the craziest part? Less than 10% of Göbekli Tepe has been excavated. Who knows what secrets are still buried? What we've seen are just a tiny fraction. In 2003, geomagnetic surveys mapped the whole hilltop, revealing at least 16 more massive enclosures. Countless other structures are still hidden. We may be seeing only the earliest chapters. Surveys hint at even older structures deeper underground. Each enclosure could hold new symbols and new clues, or raise new questions. We've only just found the key to a giant time capsule. So, what do you think? A temple built by hunter-gatherers deliberately buried that's rewriting our understanding of the past. What shocked you most? The pre-wheel megastones or the intentional burial? Drop your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe and the bell. More mind-blowing ancient mysteries are on the way. You're not going to believe what we uncover next. See you then.